Good afternoon, Squaxin. Marvin Campbell here. I just wanted to do an update on our continued response for COVID and the pandemic that we're all facing. Um, I'm not sure how much everybody pays attention to the numbers around us. Thurston County in the last 7 days has gone up by about 100 cases. Grace Harbor County has gone up 25% in the last 3 days. And while Mason County hasn't gone up proportionately to those two, we could just see this kind of creeping in closer and closer to the reservation. And so, with that, we made the decision today to close the reservation back down. So, uh, the reservation will only be open up to residents and essential staff. So, if you had a sticker before for your car, that'll work. We're not creating new ones. If by chance you took yours off, Tammy is going to be available tomorrow to be able to give out more stickers should anybody need one. I do just want to kind of give a background on the mindset, and that's the easiest way to say it is safety. We're going to take everybody's safety first and foremost. But the way that it was kind of taught to me in the military was you don't intensity match. If you're trying to defeat an opponent or win something, you don't wait to see how hard they're going to come at you to decide how and calculate how you're going to respond. So we're trying to take an approach to be proactive and close down before we can get something that would, hurt our people. So with that decision, we're not following a state mandate or a county mandate. We're just doing what's right for our people, and that's to close down the reservation. And it's to keep our staff safe too. We have a lot of staff that come in from different places. We have staff that are potentially vulnerable. So we just want to keep everybody safe. So we've made that decision today, and unfortunately, that also involves the summer rec and the summer youth and stepping stones. It was great to see them happy and know that they were going to come get out of the house today, but sad to know how this was all going to happen and how it was going to impact them as we heard the numbers going up. So I am very thankful to let you know that we have a great staff. Janita and her group over at Parks and Rec, and Astrid and her team in Human Resources had put together a plan B. Like, what if we got shut down? How would we provide for these kids or still engage them to enjoy something and break up their routine of staying home? And so they had planned out a plan B. And so we're going to see that executed in the next 2 weeks, where those kids will be able to come home with some crafts or some things to do. And they're going to be involved in some virtual meetings to engage them and just talk with them and have them a part of their peer group getting together each week. So my hands up to both of those groups, those teams from Parks and Rec and HR. And one other thing I wanted to really bring to your attention is we made the decision, it's been over a week ago now, that the reason that this virus is such a threat to Indian country is because we have a similar demographic as Italy. And that means we have homes that have multi-generations in them. And that's when once a person gets sick and all of a sudden it spreads through one home and into another home. And it's really devastating a lot of reservations. And so we looked at that and thought, what can we do, or how can we be prepared if and when this virus shows up here? And, sending somebody off to, some other building or some other retirement home or a hotel, or trying to find a place to quarantine people, I just don't know how well it would work. And I don't know how willing people would want to be. And so after conversations with our healthcare experts and John, the team decided that one of the best ways we could use some of the CARES Act money would be to purchase some tiny homes. And so we've established some places in the back off of Topekson, back by the SBR, the old SBR, where we're going to put in 6 tiny homes. And so by the end of next week, you're going to see the first 2 arrive here. And so those are now considered critical infrastructure. They are a response to the pandemic, and it will allow us to isolate people that become positive. And we're just trying to mitigate how devastating or the impact of the virus on our people. So those homes will be back there. Those will be specifically for people that would test positive. And so, using the CARES Act money, it is a COVID response. And, if and when this virus ends, whenever we get to the end of, the finish line of this thing, those homes would then become part of the tribe's inventory. And so it's kind of a win-win, and it's some kind of goodness I can give you in a message that seems to not always be fun. And so I apologize having to get on here and give news that's not enjoyable and to interrupt somebody's summer. But I just wanted you to know that we have everybody's safety at the forefront of every decision we make. And so this decision to close down and is to protect everybody, to protect our people, and to protect our staff. So I do implore all of you to really just continue to take this virus serious. I am thankful every time I walk into KTP and all the people I see wearing a mask are people from the reservation, and I know our people are taking it serious. But please don't allow yourself to get caught up in wearing a mask or not wearing a mask is somehow tied to politics or freedoms. This mask wearing is proven. You know, a lot of the Asian countries that have been wearing a mask this whole time, you know, they've kind of conquered this thing or at least flattened it out. And we're not there yet because we're allowing something that has to do with safety and taking care of other humans to be politicized. And I just don't agree. And it's really unfortunate to watch the rest of America handle this. But please take it serious. Don't go out if you don't need to. If you need somebody to go get your stuff, you know, find a relative, call family services, call the elders program. Let's find a way to get you stuff so you don't need to go out if you don't need to. If you're immune compromised, please don't go out. And if you're not immune compromised and you're able to go out, just keep wearing a mask. Keep wearing a mask. Keep washing your hands, and just be safe. Let's take care of each other. Let's make it through all of July, August, through the rest of the year without this impacting one Squaxin. That's my goal, is that this virus stays out of here and that we don't bankrupt the tribe. Those are my two objectives that I look at this job. And that's what I want to focus on. And so please do your part. Just know that we have a ton of staff up here that are just weighing in the best way to provide services, but also to keep everybody healthy. Thank you for taking care of each other. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the feedback. Please feel free to always reach out to me. There's quite a few people in the community that feel fine calling me or emailing me or messaging me on Facebook. I feel like that's my job. So please continue to do so. God bless.